Today's lesson is on division using zeros. 0 say to the 8. Nice belt. Alright, moving on, let's look at some long division. Today's long division really isn't that scary. It's really quite easy if you just listen. First of all, we need to look and think, are these numbers equal? Yes, they are. We could just put a decimal behind the 2 and add the 0. What about these numbers? Correct. They are equal. These numbers are very large, but are they equal? Yes, they are. So do trailing zeros affect the value of a number? No, it's the same number. It doesn't matter how many zeros. So can we add as many as we need to without changing the value? Yes. To any whole number, you can put a decimal point and add zeros. So let's look at some long division with adding some zeros. 5 divided by 4. The first thing I need to do is think 4 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. So I subtract 4 from that and I have 1 left. Usually we would say 1 remainder 1. But now that we know about the decimal and zeros, we can keep going and continue. So I put a decimal down with the 0. It's still 5. I'm going to bring that 0 down. 4 goes into 10 2 times. And 2 times 4 is 8. We subtract and get 2. We still need to keep going because when we subtract, we don't have a 0. So I can add another 0. And now we have 20. 4 goes into 20 5 times. And we subtract and we have 0. Now we are finished. So our goal is to get to 0. Let's try another one. Oops, forgot that we had to put the decimal. 1 and 25/100ths is much different than 125. The decimal goes straight up to keep the place value. Alright, now we have 10 divided by 4. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. And we subtract. Do we have a 0? No, we have 2. So let's think about putting our decimal point. It must go after the whole number, and we can add a 0. Then we bring the 0 down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20, so I subtract, and I get 0. I'm almost done. Look at where the decimal is. We need to have the decimal move straight up into the quotient. We can always double check this and say 2 5/10 times 4 should be 10. So let's try another one. Let's see, 4 goes into 6 one time. So 1 times 4 is 4. I subtract that and I get 2. Have to keep going. So I need to put a decimal after the 6. This one I'm going to bring straight up so I don't forget it this time. Add a 0 and bring that 0 down. Now I can think 4 goes into 20 5 times, and 5 times 4 is 20. So I subtract, and I'm at 0. Remember, this always has to be 0. Sometimes it won't be, but for our purposes today, it will be. Here's one I want you to try. Put into your notes. Go ahead and figure it out. And I have one more example after this. Here's our last example. 7 divided by 4. Go ahead and put it into your notes and solve it. Bring these back to class, and we'll go ahead and discuss them. Have a great night, and good luck.